North forecast first.
Good evening, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike LaPointe. An evening with some clear skies and a few clouds rolling in and temperatures holding steady in the 80s, 81 degrees right now in the Waco area. Here's your forecast first. Becoming mostly cloudy at midnight, 78 degrees. It'll be cloudy tomorrow morning, 75, and just a 30% chance of an isolated shower, especially off to our west, and 79 degrees. Much better chances of showers and storms tomorrow evening. Some could be severe. I'll have the very latest on those coming up in a few minutes. Fox 44 News starts right now.
Tonight on Fox 44, family of a teenager shot tonight, demanding answers. Who else, though, was inside the home when bullets started flying?
And homeowners heated after an entire police department quits all in the same week.
Also, a fire ripping through a historic Dallas hotel. We'll show you just what is left of the building.
Live from Waco, Temple, and Killeen. Your news now. This is Fox 44 News at 9.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm Robert Burns.
And I'm Leslie Rengel. Tonight, the brother of a man injured in a shooting speaking out. Someone shot through a window, hitting the 18-year-old inside the home.
Fox 44's Kendall Green speaking with that victim's family. Kendall, how's he doing tonight?
Robert and Leslie, the victim of that shooting is okay. He's been released by the hospital, but we spoke to his older brother who says while he's okay, he still wants a lot of answers.
She came in the house yelling and screaming, talking about my brother got hit, so I'm thinking a car accident or something like that, so I jumped in the car with her.
But Ferron Fleming soon learned that wasn't the case.
He told me that he got shot. So in my mind and everything was spinning, you know what I'm saying, that's my little brother.
Fleming says things could have turned out a lot worse.
People went around the side of the house and started letting through the window. Yeah, they shot through a little kid's window.
Behind the glass, the bedroom of a boy who's not even a teenager yet. He and the victim's 8-year-old daughter were both at home at the time of the shooting.
The daughter was asleep at the time. She told me she was scared and all that.
As a big brother, Fleming still has several concerns, but you're glad he's okay.
Yeah, I'm glad he's okay. That's my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to make him a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my little brother, that's all I have.
Now, so far, no suspects have been identified in that shooting, but Harker Heights police are still investigating. Now, coming up at 9:30, we spoke to some folks who actually heard those shots ring out, and we will let you hear their reactions coming up. But for now, reporting in the newsroom, Kendall Green, Fox 44 News.
All right, thank you, Kendall. Questions swirling about an explosion that woke up several people in Hill County this morning. This is what's left behind of a barn that blew up in Bloom around 5:15 this morning. Witnesses saw flames shooting 20 feet into the air from the barn. Multiple fire departments raced to 6th Street to help put out that fire. There were no injuries.
Firefighters spending the day knocking down 2 grass fires. One starting with an 18-wheeler that lost 2 tires. Now, this happened near the intersection of Highway 6 and Hallsburg. That's just east of Waco. One of those tires hit a shed, which caught fire. There are homes and a fireworks stand nearby, but the blaze did not spread. Well, there are now no local police in Mart after the city council accepted the resignation of Police Chief Paul Cardenas this morning. This after all the other city police officers quit earlier this month. Fox 44's Anna Thrash has reaction.
Today, community members are frustrated after they didn't get any more answers. The city council came out of their closed session, announced the resignation, and then ended the meeting. At 7:15 this morning, the council met for about a minute and a half and then went into closed session. Over an hour later, they reappeared and voted to accept the resignation of Chief Paul Cardenas.
There's no objection, then this special meeting will be considered adjourned.
They didn't tell us anything else. That was the end of the meeting, and we didn't get any answers. That was the end of it.
Right now, it is unclear why the chief resigned.
From what I understand, it was a forced resignation of the police chief.
City Manager Kevin Schaefer says the city wishes Cardenas the best and thanks him for his service. Neighbors are left unsatisfied with the council's actions. They have questions that weren't addressed in this meeting.
I wish they would have told us who was going to be patrolling our streets, who was going to be coming and taking care of our city. They didn't tell us anything.
Some say they weren't happy with every police officer in Mart, but seeing them all go is a shock.
I'm glad that some of them are leaving, and then I'm sad that some of them are leaving.
The city says that they can now start the search for a new police chief. In Mart, Anna Thrash, Fox 44 News.
Today, the Navy and Air Force joining the Army medical units for a joint emergency exercise at the Fort Hood Medical Center. The purpose of the exercise is to train medical students in combat casualty care and various scenarios. Now, there are several teams from across the country, including San Diego, Medical College of Georgia, and the University of Nebraska. The event wraps up on Friday.
Well, lanes are closed in Waco so that construction crews can start taking down the pedestrian bridge on 8th Street. That bridge over I-35 permanently shut down today, and all northbound frontage road lanes are from 14th to 5th are going to close. That is until the morning. The interstate will be closed northbound between 10th and 5th tomorrow. The same will happen southbound Thursday from MLK to 18th Street.
A body was found Monday afternoon. Investigators think it's a 16-year-old who went missing at a Galveston beach. The teen was last seen swimming Sunday at Matagorda Beach. Beach Patrol is still searching for a second 17-year-old who also disappeared while swimming. Now, the dangerous conditions prompted warnings for beachgoers. In addition to the two teens, the body of a missing swimmer was found Sunday in Galveston.
Investigators want to know just what caused a fire that destroyed a vacant Dallas hotel. Take a look at this incredible video showing the Ambassador Hotel engulfed in flames. Fortunately, no one was inside the Dallas and Texas historic landmark as it just burned. We're told that a caretaker was sleeping in a nearby trailer. The Ambassador has sat vacant for years, but work crews had started renovations to try and bring the 6-story hotel back to life. All right, before state lawmakers left the Capitol at the end of the session, they handed some responsibility back to you to vote on 8 possible changes to the Constitution.
Fox 44's Wes Rappaport takes a look at what those new ballot measures Texans will vote on in November, from municipal judges to cancer research.
We were able to work together.
When Texas votes in November, voters will decide on 8 changes to the Texas Constitution. They all stem from the last 140 days of lawmaking at the state capitol. Hurricane Harvey was top of mind, leading to a package of bills heading to the governor's desk on flood planning and infrastructure. And to pay for it, voters will decide whether to establish a special fund for the Texas Water Development Board to distribute money for flood projects.
There'll be much better planning on the front end now, infrastructure development, mitigation work. I think, something that really will make a difference down the road if and when, we have additional natural disasters and flood problems.
Voters will also choose whether to spend all of the state's sporting goods sales tax on state parks. To date, more than half of that money has been rerouted to other budget items in the last 25 years.
We've got a plan for the future. The current park system cannot handle the millions that we have here in Texas.
Also on the ballot, a measure to allow the Cancer Prevention and Research Institute of Texas to give out an additional $3 billion worth of grants beyond the $3 billion it's already allocating.
Well, I really see us as being at the forefront in terms of cancer research, which should translate into cures and certainly preventive measures.
Some of the other constitutional amendments for voters to weigh in on in November include banning a state income tax on individuals and a move to make it easier for law enforcement animals to be transferred to their handlers once those animals retire. At the Texas State Capitol, I'm Wes Rappaport. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Wes. A local employer is announcing that it's raising wages. Sanderson Farms says it's increasing hourly wages to retain and recruit workers. The new pay scale starts June 2nd. Hourly line operators who have worked for more than 90 days will earn at least $15 an hour. Truck drivers will make between $20 and $23. Sanderson Farms has 15,000 workers across 5 states.
All right, coming up next at 9, the quick and easy way to get rid of some of those allergies. We'll have the new treatment coming soon.
All right, and a boat jumps a dock and crashes into another boat. What happened moments before the accident?
And next, a final goodbye to a transgender woman shot and killed near a Dallas golf course.
You're watching Fox 44 News at 9 with Leslie Rangel, Robert Burns, AMS certified chief meteorologist Mike LaPointe, and sports with Matt Roberts. Sponsored by RodeoBelton.com. Don't miss your chance to see this one-of-a-kind, family-friendly festivity, July 4th through 6th at the Bell County Expo Center. Tickets available at RodeoBelton.com.
In Texas, there's a spirit of independence that moves us, inspires us. Now it's time again to celebrate it. I love the American road. the Great American Sales Event at your Texas Ford dealer with limited time savings on America's best-selling trucks 42 straight years. Like Ford F-150, now with 0% financing for 72 months plus $2,500 discount package on XLT. Let the Great American Sales Event inspire you at your Best in Texas Ford dealer.
Hey Central Texas, I have a beauty secret for you. I'm here at M Nails and Beauty Salon, and if you need lashes, eyebrows, nails, or a pedicure, this is the place for you. Let's check it out. The salon not only has manicures and pedicures, but also waxing for any unwanted hair, and they have eyelash extensions, strips, clusters, and singles, whether it's for a date night or for every day. Now I feel fantastic and look fantastic. Get them, love M.
Here's your Buick, sir.
Actually, that's my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Get just over $3,700 below MSRP on this 2019 Buick Encore Preferred. Plus additional offers available on this Encore for current eligible non-GM owners or when you finance through GM Financial.
Visit these Central Texas Buick dealers.
The 2019 Nissan Armada. Intelligence with an attitude.
Get a low $349 per month lease on the 2019 Armada.
Gosh, it's such a beautiful day, but I wonder if it's keeping me from Suddenlink Spring Sale and all the online entertainment I could ever want.
I've got to get out of here and back to my Suddenlink internet connection, which I got starting at just $19.99 a month. So now I have Suddenlink Internet, voted the fastest internet in the U.S. according to PC Magazine. Plus, Suddenlink has up to 1 gig internet speeds available with unlimited data. Call 888-778-8078 today or visit suddenlink.com/fast.
Are you or someone in your home suffering from allergies? Dirty air ducts circulate dust, allergens, and bacteria, posing potential health risks to you and others in your home. At Steam Local, we provide professional-grade air duct cleaning. We make sure your entire HVAC duct system is dust and dirt-free. Steam Local also provides everything from one-time to regularly scheduled carpet cleanings. Take advantage of our 3-room special for $99. Proudly serving commercial and residential clients in Central Texas and Bryan College Station. Call us today.
Weather Rate certified most accurate forecast in Central Texas. This is Fox 44 Weather with Chief Meteorologist Mike LaPointe.
8th day in a row that we've had at least 90 degrees or hotter weather right here in Waco. And it looks like that trend may continue here for the next couple of days. Take a look at the almanac for today. And again, our high temperature topped out at 92 after a low of 73 degrees. No rain to speak of. And our average high right around 88. The latest numbers I've gotten there for the pollen count still show the mold and the grass in the moderate category. The tree and the weeds are in the low. Bus stop forecast for the kids. I know there's only a couple more days of school left, at least here in the Midway area. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies, 74 degrees at 7, 86 at noon, and partly sunny skies. We could see an isolated shower storm try to develop at 3 and 90 degrees. We'll see a much better chance, though, of showers and storms by tomorrow night into early on Thursday. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few more minutes. Leslie?
All right, thank you, Mike. And Mike did mention allergies. If you're an allergy sufferer, you know how tough it is. But cedar allergies hit many last year. But what if you could get rid of all those for good and quickly? Arzo Dos tells us about a new treatment that's rolling out soon.
We're still months away from the dreaded cedar fever season. But what if you could start a therapy to treat your cedar allergies this summer?
But the fact that you could get the equivalent of 3 to 5 years of shot therapy in 3 injections over 2 months, it just doesn't even seem real to me, but the studies support it.
Texan Allergy and Sinus Center is behind the new study that just wrapped up and included 26 patients. The treatment, a shot of diluted cedar extract into a lymph node. Dr. Christopher Thompson says with current allergy shots, only a small amount targets that area.
So we're not guessing at how much is going to get to the lymph node. We know exactly how much.
After each shot, patients waited for an hour before leaving the office in case there was any reactions. Dr. Thompson says they didn't have any side effects.
With this therapy, we can treat up to 3 allergies at a time. So if you're allergic to oak and cedar and dust, we can treat all of those at once.
Just 3 shots, over 2 months, and done.
I've been on the allergy drops for about 5 months now. So
it's what Alex Aldrich has been looking for since moving from the West Coast.
You don't have to think about, did I miss anything or did I miss a drop? So yeah, having just 3 shots, 3 trips to the allergist and then be done, that would be great.
Dr. Thompson says this could eliminate allergies for good.
We hope for a lifetime of relief, but we know we're going to get years and years out of this.
How much this therapy will cost is still in the works, and it's not clear yet if insurance will cover it. It's expected to be available by the end of July.
From the Allen Samuels of Hearn Sports Center, it's Fox 44 First Sports with Matt Roberts.
Hey there, and good evening to you. Well, the Baylor baseball team led the Big 12 Conference by a game and a half to start the month, but went 2-3 in their final 5 Big 12 games. It saw them fall to just second in the conference and went from being a regional host potential to heading west to the top-seeded regional tournament, top-seeded regional tournament against UCLA. UCLA, one of the 4 teams. Typically, the higher seed is your easier regional, or supposed to have the easiest regional at least. But having Baylor, the second-best team from the second-best conference in America, doesn't quite fit that bill. This Bear team is taking that as a slight as they head west to Los Angeles.
I mean, absolutely. We played there. We didn't think we were I guess you'd put the lowest 2 seed there. I don't think we're the lowest 2 seed by any means. I think we're one of the highest, if not the highest. And so them sending us there is a little slap in the face, but I'm fine with it. We've been doubted before, and we'll show them.
At this point in the season, we're all in the playoff, and we all can win. The 4 seed, the worst 4 seed can beat the best 1 seed. So at this point, it's bring your best game and best man win. So yes, we have a chip on our shoulder.
Baylor will leave for Los Angeles early in the morning. I'll have more from the high school baseball ranks later in Fox 44 Sports. Till then, though, Robert, Leslie, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Matt. Coming up, several people charged after a deadly street race crash. We'll tell you where it happened.
And another roadblock for an anticipated disaster aid bill. What's being done now to put it all on hold?
And remember, you can get the forecast and news updates all day on these local radio stations.
Do you want to make watching your favorite sport even better? All you have to do is click with the new Fox Sports app. Now you can stream every game from anywhere you are.
Imagine a historic town hidden in the East Texas piney woods. A town with fine dining, award-winning inns, historic downtown shops and boutiques, and museums filled with history. Explore the bayou on a guided boat tour, a kayak or canoe. Take a carriage through historic neighborhoods and tour beautiful antebellum homes. Where can you find a getaway that offers all this? Texas' best-kept secret, Jefferson, Texas. For information, go to visitjeffersontexas.com.
On the water, peaceful, exhilarating. Whether you're fishing or racing with the wind in your face, let Tightlines Premium Fishing Tackle help you do it right. From tackle to Bass Cat boats, Tightlines has it all. Enter the Tightlines Kiss My Bass contest today for a chance to win a brand new 10-foot bona fide angling kayak and other great prizes. Visit centexproud.com/contests and enter. There's no place you'd rather be than on the water. Let Tightlines Premium Fishing Tackle get you there right.
This is the Durabit of the all-new Chevy Silverado.
That is huge.
It offers a built-in 120-volt outlet.
Wow.
Plug that in for me.
Oh, holy smoke.
And the all-new Silverado has more trim levels than any other pickup.
Oh, wow. There's something for all of us.
It's time to upgrade.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado Texas Edition, or get a total value of over $8,500. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial.
Buying or selling a home can be complicated, but you don't have to know how it all works. You just have to know this nice lady when you're ready. She knows her stuff.
If you want a realtor who listens to you, will take what you want into account, pricing, size, everything, give Becky a call. She will do it. She will find you your perfect home.
Ready to buy or sell your home? Take Becky's quiz on syntexproud.com/contests, and you could win a $200 Visa gift card.
Covering McGregor, San Saba, and Bryant. This is Fox 44 News at 9.
An out-of-control boat ending up in a man's yard. Witnesses say that boat was speeding on a bayou near Dickinson. They say that the boat was skipping over banks and drove right over a dock and into another boat. Homeowner Vincent Silva said he saw several people climbing out of the boat when it finally stopped right in his yard.
I was barbecuing, and all of a sudden I heard a train coming and run out here, and there they were. I said, "Oh, I got a new boat. They just delivered it."
That's one way to look at it. Police say no one was seriously injured. One woman was thrown from the boat, but she took herself to the hospital. Now, police didn't say if alcohol was involved, but right now no police report has been filed.
A Texas community gathered to say goodbye to a transgender woman who was shot and killed earlier this month. A funeral for Malaysia Booker was held at the Cathedral of Hope in Dallas today. Booker was found shot to death near an East Dallas golf course May 18th. Dallas police say they are investigating. There are no suspects right now. Booker's death happened just a few weeks after the 22-year-old was brutally assaulted in a parking lot.
Well, 3 men in Dallas are facing charges after a little girl was killed in a weekend crash. Now, police say 3 cars were racing on Lake June Road when one slammed into the car that Olivia Mendez was riding in. She died. 3 of her other relatives, including her 3-year-old sister, were injured. Tonight, the family is planning services for Olivia. They will be held in Mesquite on Saturday.
Once again, a Republican congressman has thrown up a roadblock to the disaster aid bill. Fox 44's Anna Warnicki reports on the latest dust-up over a bill that would provide billions to help Americans battered by natural disasters.
And I object.
For the second time in less than a week, a lone Republican blocked the House from passing a $19 billion disaster relief bill. This time, it was Kentucky Republican Thomas Massie.
The Speaker of this House should have called a vote on this bill before sending every member of Congress on recess for 10 days.
Massie objected to a move by Democratic leaders to fast-track the bill and pass it while most of Congress is away from the Capitol on a district work period. But House Democratic leader Steny Hoyer says the bill is critical for disaster victims around the country.
Frankly, I cannot understand why any member would object to giving relief to so many millions of our citizens who have been badly damaged by natural disasters.
The $19 billion disaster relief bill would give money to areas recovering from wildfires, flooding, and hurricanes, including Puerto Rico. It earmarks millions for rebuilding military bases destroyed by storms. It also extends the National Flood Insurance Program, which expires Friday.
If we don't pass something on Thursday, people will be unable to insure their homes against flood.
After months of delay, the Senate finally passed the disaster relief bill late last week, 85-8, and the president says he'll sign it. Last Friday, it was Texas Republican Chip Roy who stopped the bill cold.
This is a $19 billion bill that is not paid for.
Hoyer says the delay is ridiculous because the bill will pass overwhelmingly once the House returns next week. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
Well, President Trump wants to limit what can be published in climate science reports. That's according to the New York Times. Now, President Trump has repeatedly denied evidence of global warming. The paper, though, saying yesterday that the Trump administration plans to only show effects of climate change going through the year 2040. Current models from the U.S. Geological Survey go through the end of the century. The paper reports that scientists are concerned that those changes could mislead the public, since many of the significant impacts of climate change won't be felt until after 2040 based on current carbon emission levels.
Earlier this afternoon, President Trump and the First Lady returning to the White House after their visit to Japan. Reed Binion has a recap of their trip.
The President's state visit to Japan was an impressive charm offensive by Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe that included golf, lavish meals, a state banquet, and even a sumo wrestling tournament. Trump becoming the first foreign leader to meet with Japan's new emperor. The pageantry and fanfare flanked by discussions of trade, defense, and regional security. Trump breaking with his own administration and with Abe on North Korea, saying he's not worried by the North's recent short-range missile tests.
There's been no nuclear testing for 2 years, so I am very happy with the way it's going. and intelligent people agree with me.
You're not bothered at all by the small missiles?
No, I'm not. I am personally not.
The president on foreign soil also siding with North Korea's dictator in order to take a shot at a Democratic political rival back home.
Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Former Vice President Joe Biden making a return to the campaign trail. The current Democratic frontrunner has spent notably less time campaigning, though, and more time fundraising than his fellow Democrats. He's also catching the ire of President Trump all the way from Japan. Arlette Science tonight reports.
After a 10-day hiatus, Joe Biden back on the campaign trail today in Texas, running on his own terms.
I promise you this, no one's going to work longer. No one's going to campaign harder to win your hearts, your trust, and your support.
The frontrunner Biden making fewer public appearances than his Democratic opponents, holding only 11 public events this last month, and focusing on raising campaign cash with 9 high-dollar fundraisers. Biden so far has refrained from engaging directly with any of his 22 Democratic rivals, instead training his focus on President Trump.
That's why, above all, we've got to defeat Donald Trump in 2020.
His campaign firing back at President Trump today after the president sided with the North Korean dictator during a press conference in Japan.
Well, Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record. I think I agree with him on that.
Biden's campaign calling that, quote, beneath the dignity of the office. Trump also going after Biden last night, tweeting, anyone associated with the 1994 crime bill will not have a chance of being elected. In particular, African Americans will not be able to vote for you. Trump's tweet, a reference to Biden's role crafting the 1994 crime bill, just one element of the former vice president's nearly 5 decades-long career facing fresh scrutiny.
This idea that the crime bill generated mass incarceration. It did not generate mass incarceration.
Hey, thanks a lot for coming, guys.
Meanwhile, Bernie Sanders, facing a drop in support in some recent polls, is now beaming over a new approach on the campaign trail.
Bernie, smile.
The Vermont senator trading his typically quick rope line greetings for one-on-one time in longer, structured photo lines.
If anybody wants a selfie, get online.
All right, time now to recap the top stories making headlines here in Central Texas. One family is now looking for answers after a shooting in Harker Heights left an 18-year-old shot.
Fox 44's Kendall Green spoke with some of those neighbors who are still in shock. Now, Kendall, we understand the teenager was treated and released.
That's right. Neighbors nearby say they heard those shots ring out. They didn't know what was going on. Now, a man was shot on North End Boulevard around 11 last night, and the victim of that shooting was released and returned home earlier today. His brother tells us that he was shot in the arm, but things could have been a lot worse because he wasn't the only person at the home at the time. His young kids, a son and a daughter, they were there as well. We spoke with neighbors nearby who heard the shots ring out, and here's what they had to say.
So it was like a bang, but it was like 3 of them, so I wasn't really for sure, so I had to get up and check on my parents. Now that I know what happened, it's kind of crazy because normally nothing goes on around here. It's just a lot of, you might hear some arguing or something, but other than that, nothing.
Now, so far, no suspects have been identified in the shooting, but Harker Heights Police Department continues to investigate. But for now, reporting in the newsroom, Kendall Green, Fox 44 News.
All right, thank you, Kendall. The Mart City Council accepted the police chief's resignation this morning. He was the last officer on duty with the city.
And there are now no local law enforcement available. In the meantime, McLennan County deputies, constables, and justices of the peace will be enforcing the law. The chief, Paul Cardenas, resigning for unknown reasons, and community members now say it was a forced resignation. This comes after all the other police officers in the city left earlier this month. Homeowners now left unsure about the city's future.
I want to see the city get some good police officers. I want to see them get some good, honest police officers that stand up and honor the law and are not just good old boys.
Now, the city manager says that they wish the now former police chief the best and thank him for his service. as they're now looking for a new chief.
Weather Rate certified most accurate forecast in Central Texas. This is Fox 44 Weather with Chief Meteorologist Mike LaPointe.
All right, Mike, we've enjoyed a good stretch of sun, a little bit of break from the rain, but I know you're tracking those storms for tomorrow.
Yeah, the storms right now are just to the north, Oklahoma, Kansas. Kansas has been getting hit pretty hard with tornadoes over toward Missouri. Eventually, that line of showers and storms and that front is moving in our direction.
And we know those states to the northwest, they've been getting hit hard with those storms.
We've been protected by high pressure to our south and to our east, so everything's been going around us.
Right.
But guess what? That high is going to be moving, which will allow all those systems to come right down the pike here.
Oh, boy.
So we'll start by looking at what our rain chances will be for the next several days, and all of a sudden they go up to 50% tomorrow. I think 50 chance of showers and thunderstorms will start to go up in the afternoon. Our best chance, though, really will be tomorrow evening, maybe shortly around midnight, maybe a little after midnight. And then once that front moves through, I think quiet conditions now. I've taken rain out of the forecast for Thursday, just leaving us with mostly cloudy skies. And then we've got some slight chances here along the way. Nothing major, but enough to kind of get your attention. Don't cancel any plans right now, but we're in that summer pattern where we'll see some showers and thunderstorms fire up with the heat of the day. Right now, we are looking at quiet conditions. And again, the radar picking up some isolated showers and even an isolated thunderstorm. Here we are up here in Waco behind the banner, and as you work your way down toward Temple, a lot of this, for the most part, is not reaching the ground. But where it is reaching the ground, there are some spots that are seeing some rain. But generally speaking, that's a quick mover, and that'll be out of here very, very soon. There's the dry line back off to the west, so it's going to kind of move backwards. We call that retrograding, and that's going to move back to the west. Set up shop for tomorrow. As this day starts to heat up tomorrow, it moves off to the east. Showers and thunderstorms will fire up right along it, and I expect those to be moving in our direction by this time tomorrow night. But you can see where the rough weather is, going through Oklahoma and kind of tailing up toward Kansas. Again, very, very rough weather with tornadoes and rather large hail. Back here, though, skies are partly to mostly cloudy. 81 degrees, our current temperature here in Waco. It is 81 in Mahia, 82 Temple, current temperature in Killeen, right at 80 degrees. And there's a little humidity out there, even at this hour. It feels like 83 degrees right now in Gatesville, 86 in Hillsboro, and the current heat index in Giddings, as you can see there, right at 90 degrees. So this is our latest computer model. We'll start it off here at midnight tonight. Skies, again, mostly cloudy. We've got that south to southeast wind, so moisture creeping into the picture. A lot of clouds to start the day, and this is at 7 o'clock in the morning. A few spotty showers and thunderstorms well to our north and to our west. As we go throughout the day, those continue to go to the northwest, but look what happens in that flow and the heat of the day. We bubble up some showers and thunderstorms, and as we go throughout the evening hours, it gets a little bit more intense, I think, here by, this is midnight tomorrow night, the line of showers and thunderstorms that roll right out ahead of it, and then they kind of slide down to the south. And you can see as we go throughout the day on Thursday now, mostly cloudy skies, still a pretty warm day with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Spotty showers, but they should be well to our south. Any thunderstorm that does develop tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening has the possibility of being severe. Large hail, damaging winds, even an isolated tornado can't be ruled out. So we're going to watch that very closely starting late tomorrow afternoon. But our best chance, though, I think will be close to midnight tomorrow night. 75 degrees tonight, mostly cloudy skies, and then tomorrow mostly cloudy, a 50% chance of showers and storms. But again, the best possible time will be in the evening and close to midnight, about 90 degrees, the high temperature. And then as we look ahead, there's that dry day on Thursday with another chance of showers and storms on Friday, 40%. The weekend not looking bad. Temperatures low, 90s for highs. Those lows will be in the 70s. Just slight chances of rain, so nothing major. Very typical here in our summer pattern. Down toward the Brazos Valley, again, some showers and storms. Best chance, again, will be very late tomorrow into early Thursday with temperatures over the weekend close to 90 degrees.
All right, we'll all be watching that radar come tomorrow night.
It'll be all lit up, too.
Absolutely. And Mike, you were just telling us that some of those storms and severe storms have been happening to the north of us. Well, the National Weather Service tonight confirming at least one tornado touchdown in Ohio last night. Check out this video. It was taken this morning in the town of Salina. The EF3 tornado responsible for widespread devastation. An 81-year-old man was killed after a vehicle crashed into his home during that storm. At least 7 people were hurt in the crash, 3 critically. Salina's mayor confirms multiple homes were destroyed destroyed by the severe weather.
All right, coming up next, why Netflix and how Netflix is really getting involved in Georgia's abortion ban battle.
And the Crawford Lady Pirates are back at the state tournament for the first time since 2016. We'll hear what some of the players on that team have told their teammates about the state tournament experience.
And how about IKEA's new app that uses augmented reality to fill all your furniture needs?
Sponsored by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Stop by this month for Camo Cup for a Cause, benefiting military charities.
Come enjoy the unique Palmeras experience where we deliver more than Tex-Mex. Our ingredients go beyond our savory mouth-watering dishes. Ingredients like service, quality, presentation, and a relaxing, vibrant atmosphere. At Palmeras, we promise substance and style. Our seasoned chefs and bartenders are committed to consistent flavor and presentation, and our welcoming wait staff always makes you their one and only priority. Come to Palmeras Tex-Mex con Sabor, the best and trendiest dining experience in Central Texas.
For over 50 years, Cracker Barrel has been cooking homestyle favorites to perfection. We thought we'd celebrate that tradition with new, crispy, juicy Southern Fried Chicken. Bring it on home in our 12-piece picnic box with all the fixins. New Southern Fried Chicken, now at Cracker Barrel.
One for trash bags. Come on.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Hey, ladies. Buy Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
Dada.
I wish.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong. Costs less than Glad Force Flex or sold head-to-head.
Hey, Central Texas, I have a beauty secret for you. I'm here at M Nails and Beauty Salon, and if you need lashes, eyebrows, nails, or a pedicure, this is the place for you. Let's check it out. Here at the salon, they have 6 different kinds of pedicures, from classic all the way to gold, and they cater them for men, women, and couples. And the really unique thing is they can perfectly match the color on your nails and toes. Now I feel fantastic and look fantastic. Get them, love M.
In Texas, there's a spirit that moves us, a freedom that inspires us. Now it's time again to celebrate it.
I love the American road.
The Great American Sales Event at your Texas Ford dealer, with limited time savings on America's best-selling brand. Like the 2019 Mustang, now with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 cash back. Let the Great American Sales Event inspire you at your Best in Texas Ford dealer.
Paying too much for glasses is just wrong. Check out the Right Sale at iMart Express and get a complete pair for $20. That's right, 1 pair for $20. Need progressives? 2 pairs start at just $76.92. Check out the Right Sale at iMart Express.
KWKT, it's TV for me.
In tonight's Consumer Report, Netflix is pledging to help the ACLU fight Georgia's abortion ban. The state's governor recently signed a bill banning abortions after a fetal heartbeat can be detected, which can be as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. Now, since then, several producers and actors, including Kristen Wiig, have refused to work in Georgia. Others, like J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele, are continuing to film in the state but are donating to organizations that are fighting the law. Netflix says it will rethink its position if the law comes into effect. It's slated to happen January 1st. It's unlikely any of the newly passed abortion bans will take effect unless the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade. That 1973 decision guarantees women in the United States have the right to obtain abortions.
Well, Apple today released its first new iPod in 4 years. It's a 2019 edition of the iPod Touch, and it uses the same chip inside and all the internals as, well, let's say an iPhone 7. It's twice as fast as the previous generation. The latest iPod Touch can also now support group FaceTime calls and augmented reality, and will also support the upcoming game subscription service Apple Arcade. Could be a good device for kids. The device costs just around $200, and it's available to order online and will start appearing in stores later on this week.
Storm victims are getting a helping hand from 2 of the nation's biggest retailers. Walmart says it has donated a total of $350,000 in supplies and cash to tornado and flood relief efforts since March. The donations are meant to help those affected in 10 states, including right here in Texas. The company says it's also working with local officials and governments on how to best respond to disasters.
All right, your Uber ride could get a whole lot cheaper in the next couple of years, though. According to Swiss bank UBS, the rise of robo-taxis could mean lower prices for ride-sharing services like Uber or Lyft. fares could shrink by as much as 80% by 2030. Now, while that's good news for your wallet, it could be bad news for the public transportation systems, which are already struggling to compete with the companies.
IKEA is launching a new app. The retail giant is making a shift away from brick and mortar stores towards online shopping. Now, in 2017, it launched an augmented reality app that allowed customers to see how items would fit into their homes, but you couldn't shop from that app. Well, this new one will allow you to buy the products without having to go through the maze of their retail store. It's expected in the U.S. by the end of the year.
But how are you supposed to get the hot dogs?
True.
Coming up, how the president's regulations are now causing the school lunch menu to change.
There's no greater drama than sports, and a lot of times it does the talking for you. You try to stay out of the way and let the moment speak for itself. That's what I want to bring to you every night on Fox 44.
Imagine coconut sandwiches. Or maybe vanilla cream puff pudding pops.
Now I'm partial to your chocolate fudge bars, but you need butterscotch.
Your new banana pops are fabulous. Kiwi would be even better.
Our 12-pack snacks are sure to satisfy almost every craving, any day of the week.
I love Sunday cups so much, I eat them on Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday.
More people are switching to Ram than ever before because Ram gives you more towing, more luxury. And we've got the most awarded truck in America, so you can get on to bigger things. The all-new Ram 1500. Hurry into the Ram Memorial Day sales event.
Now get an average $12,250 in total values on select 2019 Ram 1500 Classic models in dealer stock. And Texas residents get $1,000 bonus cash.
CentexProud.com. All the news, now streamlined and up to the minute. Accurate forecasts and interactive radar. Sports, lifestyle, and community news. All you want and everything you need. CentexProud.com.
If your child eats lunch at school, their menu could be changing. Fox's Steve Rappaport reports President Trump is cutting regulations on school lunches.
President Trump taking a big bite out of regulations that set nutritional standards for school lunches. The White House rolling back rules that limit sodium and require whole grains in school cafeterias across the country. They say it's about choice and flexibility, but most experts say the new rules won't result in food for thought.
The new lunch standards will never be consistent with the best practices for dietary advice for kids. So we think that's a real problem.
The Center for Science in the Public Interest is now suing the administration, hoping to bring back the old guidelines, claiming the changes being pushed by the School Nutrition Association are politically motivated.
They are very allied with some aspects of the food industry that services this marketplace.
But this food fight won't be easy. The School Nutrition Association has been lobbying hard for the changes, claiming 2 million fewer students eat school lunches each day since the updated standards went into effect, and writing, quote, "Research shows today's school meals are healthier than the typical packed lunch, so we want more students to eat these nutritious meals." But most parents we spoke to say they don't support the changes.
It's really unhealthy for kids, and that's not how they can learn best.
If you want to relax it, I don't know how it's going to help anyone, really.
Ultimately, experts and parents both agree Uncle Sam can't do it alone.
Is it the government's job to police what kids are eating?
Parents.
So more parenting.
More parenting, absolutely.
A coalition of states led by New York have also filed a legal challenge to the new guidelines. In New York, Steve Rappaport, Fox News.
All right, a new study found that e-cigarette flavors can damage cells in your blood vessels and even lead to heart problems. That study included 6 e-liquids with varying nicotine concentrations. Now, the effects varied between flavors, with cinnamon being the most potent. Some policymakers are trying to ban vaping flavors, though, saying that they can get people hooked on nicotine early on in life. Advocates, though, say vaping is an important tool in getting adults to switch from combustible cigarettes.
If you're a heavy coffee drinker, you might be risking high blood pressure. As Robert raises his coffee cup,
hear, hear.
Researchers monitored over 300,000 British coffee drinkers. Now, it's a little excessive. Participants who drank 6 or more cups a day had nearly 22% greater chance of developing heart disease than those who drank only 1 or 2 cups daily. Officials say high amounts of caffeine leads to high blood pressure, which increases your chance of developing cardiovascular problems. How many cups a day, Robert?
I think I'm safe. Producer Will and I are on about 4 right now.
Okay, you're still good.
We're alive. According to new federal data, diabetes is declining, but obesity is still a health issue all across the nation. The number of people diagnosed with diabetes dropped to 1.3 million in 2017. Officials say changes and upgrades in diabetes testing led to the decline in cases, but they also say that more steps have to be taken by health groups to prevent people from developing it. There are currently a total of 21 million Americans living with diabetes.
The first major civil trial against prescription opioid makers is underway. Oklahoma is suing Johnson & Johnson, the nation's largest drug maker. The suit alleges the company helped ignite a public health crisis by marketing highly addicting painkillers in a way that overstated their benefits and misrepresented the risks. 2 other defendants in the case, Teva Pharmaceuticals and Purdue Pharma, have settled with the state.
All right, there are some hidden meanings behind your cravings. According to officials at the Texas A&M Health Science Center, nutritionists say that there's ways to decipher what your body really needs from what you're actually craving. If you have a hankering for sweets, meaning experts say your body needs some rest. Burger cravings can mean your body needs more protein, while wanting to fill up on fries, that's your body's way of saying it needs some fat. Now, if your cravings persuade you to pick up pretzels, on the other hand, health officials say the salt is associated with your body needing more iron.
All right, coming up, a mom wins a year's supply of Dr. Pepper. We're introducing you to the Central Texas woman next.
And a few Central Texas baseball teams still knocking around in the playoffs. They'll tell us what they need to do to keep on playing next in Fox 44 Sports.
Or preparing for your day. Trust Chief Meteorologist Mike LaPointe and the Fox 44 Storm Team. Fox 44 News, weather rate certified. Central Texas' most accurate forecast.
Life is about making every moment count.
Hey Google, turn on the outside lights.
That's why Reliant offers connected devices that transform your world and plans that help you save. That's life switched on. Reliant.
You're a big deal to us, so we've got big deals for you. Get more at the Big Deal event back at Men's Warehouse this Memorial Day. Shop our lowest price of the season with 60% off all linen. All dress shirts are 3 for $99.99, plus suits are starting at $199.99. Only at Men's Warehouse.
This is not a bed. It's a revolution in sleep. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed is on sale now during our Memorial Day sale. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. It even helps with this. So you wake up ready to hit the ground running. Only at a Sleep Number store. Don't miss the final days to save $1,000 on the new Queen Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, now only $17.99. And Sunday. Sleep Number, proven quality sleep.
As a thank you for your service, all first responders, active military, veterans, and retirees receive $750 appreciation cash on our full vehicle lineup.
Waco. This Saturday, June 1st, WWE Live returns with an epic main event.
Who is the greatest acquisition in the history of WWE?
See Roman Reigns.
A man who has transcended superstardom. Superman punch!
Take on Elias in a one-on-one battle. And don't miss Charlotte Flair and Matt Hardy. It's WWE Live in Waco this Saturday, June 1st. Tickets are available now.
Never miss your news. Have your news with you wherever you are. Download the free Centex Proud mobile app and watch Fox 44 News. Streamed live at 5:30, 6, and 9. From the Allen Samuels of Hearn Sports Center, it's Fox 44 Sports with Matt Roberts.
Hey there and good evening to you. Well, the Crawford Lady Pirates are returning to the state tournament for the first time since 2016 when they lost to Windthorst 11-1. Back then, the current seniors just freshmen. Only 2 of them were on that team. Those 2 seniors, though, saw firsthand what it takes to get to this point, and they saw firsthand what it takes to compete at the state tournament. They've been sharing that information with their team as they get set to open the 2019 state tournament early tomorrow morning.
It's great, especially since I now have the experience. I know what to expect. Cambry knows what to expect, and we can also relay everything to our teammates. We're just going to focus on this first game because we didn't do that our freshman year.
It's a great feeling to actually be back there for a second time in my high school career. You know, it's a college field, but like you can't think of it as a college field. You have to think of it as, hey, we're like here and we got to play, and you just can't get nervous.
The Lady Pirates will have a send-off tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. at the high school ahead of their 9 a.m. game at McCombs Field in Austin against West Sapine. We'll have highlights and reaction from tomorrow's game in the state tournament. Well, Crawford softball, one of 4 teams left in the state in 2A. Robinson baseball, one of just 8 4A teams remaining in the baseball playoffs. But they are getting set for their toughest test of the season in the Sweeney Bulldogs. Robinson and Sweeney have been in the top 10 for much of the season. And that's to be expected, having a matchup of teams like this when you get to this point in the year. With each passing round, the margin for error gets a little bit thinner till weeks like this when the difference between going to Austin and going home is a razor-thin margin.
We went my sophomore year, and it's awesome. The experience at Austin is awesome, and with it being our senior year and a good group of guys, and it'd be awesome to make it to Austin again and hopefully win it. This round is really this is all we're worried about right now, and trying to win and beating Sweeney. And when we beat Sweeney, then we're there.
And the reality is you have to play well, and so you know you're in the 5th round, and you have a shot to go to Austin, and if you don't play well, you're going home no matter who you're playing because everybody's good. And so that was kind of my message yesterday to them.
The Rockets open their series with Sweeney tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Don Sanders Stadium in Huntsville. The Valley Mills Eagles also onto the regional final where they're getting set to face off against Windthorst for a chance to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 2005. Valley Mills has made deep playoff runs in the last few years. They've been stopped in that 4th round. This proud program has stayed together this year, powered through that 4th round, finds themselves one step away from state by believing in themselves and just blocking out all the noise.
Basically, we kind of put the expectations in our back pocket. We hold ourselves to a higher standard than kind of what other people hold us to. So we just try to go out and play hard, play the right way.
We have goals throughout the season, and once we reach those goals, we have more, and we're never stopped. You know, we just want to keep going.
Well, we started off on fire this year, and then we kind of hit I guess you could say a lull, you know, and then we've had to bounce back. I guess it kind of put us back in our place. You know, sometimes you get too confident, and the game will humble you, and that's what it did. And so these guys went back to work, and we've been successful ever since we went back to work.
Their journey continues tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Kennedale High School. And tonight, Abbott Baseball's bid for a return to the state tournament falls just short in walk-off fashion. 6-5, they fall in 8 innings tonight, a tough end to another fantastic season for the Abbott Panther baseball program. Stick around, we'll be right back after the break.
Brought to you by Palmera's Tex-Mex Con Sabor, a passion to deliver consistent flavor, service, cocktails, and ambience. Now open in Harker Heights.
They say love is blind. In Stage Center Community Theater's Butterflies Are Free, young, blind Don Baker's interfering and domineering mother keeps rearranging the furniture of his life. Sparks fly when free spirit next-door neighbor Jill crosses swords with tough as steel mom. Who will win? Mom? Son? Girl next door? Find out when Stage Center presents Butterflies Are Free, Thursdays through Saturdays, May 30th through June 15th. Purchase tickets online or at the door. Visit stagecenter.net.
Need cash? TitleMax offers 2 ways to get it. Get cash using your car title. Go to TitleMax.com, enter the car year, make, model. See how much you can get. TitleMax also offers personal loans. No title required. Check out TitleMax.com when you need more cash. Check out TitleMax.com and shop us for rates. Get up to $2,500 with a personal loan or up to $10,000 using your car title. And you'll say, I got my title back with Title Max.
Get a title back with Title Max.
The scenery here is gorgeous, but I wonder if it's distracting me from Suddenlink spring sale and being able to watch all of my favorite shows. I can't wait to get out of this serene, natural paradise and back to my Altice One, which I got for only $54.99 a month for the first year. So now I have 100 meg internet, 4K Ultra HD TV, and over 200 channels. I even got a $150 American Express prepaid card. Call 888-809-1955 today or visit suddenlink.com. Altice One, only at Suddenlink.
In Texas, there's a spirit that moves us, a freedom that inspires us. Now it's time again to celebrate it.
I love the American road.
The Great American Sales Event at your Texas Ford dealer with limited time savings on America's best-selling brand. Like the 2019 Ford Escape, now with $6,250 total cash back for current Ford owners. Let the Great American Sales Event inspire you at your Best in Texas Ford dealer.
This is the Durabit of the all-new Chevy Silverado.
That is huge.
It offers a built-in 120-volt outlet. Wow. Plug that in for me.
Oh, holy smoke.
And the all-new Silverado has more trim levels than any other pickup.
Oh, wow.
There's something for all of us.
It's time to upgrade.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on this all-new Silverado Texas Edition, or get a total value of over $8,500. Plus, get an additional $1,500 cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial.
Imagine a historic town hidden in the East Texas piney woods. A town with fine dining, award-winning inns, historic downtown shops and boutiques, and museums filled with history. Explore the bayou on a guided boat tour, a kayak or canoe. Take a carriage through historic neighborhoods and tour beautiful antebellum homes. Where can you find a getaway that offers all this? Texas' best-kept secret, Jefferson, Texas. For information, go to visitjeffersontexas.com.
Sponsored by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Stop by this month for Camo Cup for a Cause, benefiting military charities.
A Fort Hood mom was the 2 millionth visitor to the Dr. Pepper Museum, and she was pretty excited. There she is. Why
are you hitting me?
Not so much. They almost look concerned. Now, her prize was a year's supply of Dr. Pepper. Catherine Robles visited the museum with her 3 boys and her husband, Ricardo. Robles says Dr. Pepper is a favorite in her family.
I think Ricardo's upset that they get Dr. Pepper for one person for the year. He might be out of luck.
He goes, ow.
Poor
Look at him.
Congratulations to Catherine.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Excited if I got Dr. Pepper for a year.
Absolutely.
Why not? Excited for anything free.
Hey, that keeps on giving all year round. All right, Mike, we got some radar work coming up.
Yeah, a little bit out there right now to our south and to our east. Nothing major, but tomorrow 50-50 chance of showers and storms, especially toward the afternoon and evening. Some of these could be strong to severe, about 90 degrees the high. Quiet on Thursday, another little round of some showers and storms possible on Friday, and then dry and hot over the weekend with temperatures in the 90s for highs and lows in the 70s.
All right, so a good reminder to download the Fox 44 app, especially with those weather.
Great idea.
It's coming in tomorrow. All right, thanks, Mike. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.